So it finishes then Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. Frank LeBoeuf is with us, as is Julien Laurens. You can just see what that means. It means Chelsea are 1 point clear then at the top of the table. Jules and Frank, as promised, before we go to the French contingent, let's go to you, Craig, just what you made of the game overall.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of ways to look at it. It's not a gift. The gift from Jorginho was not so much a gift for Man United, although it did get them a point in the end, but it was a gift for City and Liverpool, because City and Liverpool getting mixed up, because they would have been looking for United to get something, because United are not in the title race, and that sort of helped them out a little bit. I was intrigued by those trying to suggest that because United got the goal and there was a little bit of fight, that this was like the old sort of game, this is the old United again. It wasn't a football match per se. Yeah, they got this goal. Yeah, they defended decently and they set the stall out. It was one-way traffic for the most part. But it's all down to Chelsea for me. You know, team selection, substitutions, quality in the final third. United were always going to come and sit in and make it difficult. They're not good enough to compete with the top three boys in the Premier League at the moment. That's crystal clear. So there's no surprise Chelsea dominated. But starting with Timo Werner, I mean, I was talking to you about it. The two German players that they signed, Werner and Havertz, are both, I would say, frustrating at times. But I get more frustrated watching Werner than I do Kai Havertz. Mm-hmm. And then to keep him for 81 minutes or whatever it was before he takes him off was also a surprise. And the fact, you know, Ziyech as well with Mount on, you know, these kind of things I think cost Chelsea today, as well as the bad touch. And yeah, dominant performance with the ball, but actually quite poor in the final third.
Yeah, from a Chelsea perspective, Frank, you felt that Manchester United were there to be had, and obviously they kind of let them off the hook a bit, didn't they?
Well, you know, the thing is, you know, it happened against Burley, you know, like a fortnight ago, where Chelsea didn't give what they had to give at home, and they were kind of looking for, you know, the right way to proceed in that way. So I'm not surprised, and I'm with Craig, I'm not surprised to see Manchester United dealing with Chelsea today, because Chelsea didn't find a change of pace, a change of rhythm in a way. And I'm very disappointed for the Blues, because they didn't give what they had to give to make sure they're going to win that game. And I'm again with Craig. It's a big opportunity for City and Liverpool to get closer to Chelsea. So Chelsea punished themselves by not doing what they had to do to win that game.
Jules, you were at the game. What was your big takeaway from the bridge?
I have to say I disagree slightly with the boys. I thought Chelsea played well. I thought they created enough chances to win that game. I mean, if Hudson-Odoi scores very early in the game, it's a completely different story. Even right at the end, the Rudiger one. I mean, there was Werner had a couple. There was a lot of ball into the United box. That maybe the last pass or in the box, it was not always as clinical as it should have been. But I spoke to Tuchel after the game, and he said that he had no regrets because his team played exactly the way they should have played. The problem, like Craig said, it was attack v defense. There was only one team that was there to play football. The other was there to defend. It was 11 men behind the ball for United, and hoping for a mistake, which happened. So I guess they were happy with it. And Jorginho really sort of misjudged whatever he was going to do with that long ball on that corner. But apart from that, I think Chelsea don't really have anything to be angry with, because, like Tuchel said, they played the game they wanted to play. It was just a shame they were not clinical enough.
But it's all about, you know, stats are stats, and clearly Chelsea were super dominant. And I agree, and I thought they did play well up to a point. They played great against Burnley, who are a much weaker team, dropped 2 points. They played well up to a point. Didn't take all that possession, all those balls into the box against Burnley to make 3 points. It was 1-0. They equalised later on. It's close in this United game. They don't look like doing anything until a mistake, but it's a gift. And when games are that close, that could be the difference between winning the title and not at the end. And that comes down to the final third. It comes down to team selection. It comes down to personnel. I'll go back to it. You know, the Timo Werners, the Hakim Ziyech, and you got Havertz on the bench, you got Lukaku on the bench, who's been injured. How fit is he? Is he fit enough to play more than 9 or 10 minutes? No, if he's not, don't have him on the bench. So it's these small things from Chelsea's perspective. As for United, I just, people were saying this is more, again, it goes back to this is more.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.